Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is 11:01, guys, 11:01. I want to welcome everybody. This is Impact Week. Today is day 2. We had a great time last night. Let me tell you, I've been running around. Woo! Already. What did I do? I went to the gym already, got my hour workout in already. Dropped the husband off, dropped my son off, did other stuff. Guys, I am so excited. I'm so happy. Look, so if I'm wired today, it's because I already hit the gym and I'm packed and I'm ready to go. Hi, Miriam. Good morning. Hi, Daryl. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Listen, I am on fire. So if you don't mind, let us know where you are in this world. Let us know where you are. And while you do that, we're going to wait about 2 minutes before we get started. Let me go ahead and put some notes right here. Hold on. Good morning. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. Okay, I think it's right. Yes. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. 1 minute, we'll get started. Guys, I am so excited. Woo! Woo, God. Let me tell you, I've just been running. I hope I put that. Did I put that right? I think I did. I think I put that there. Let me make sure. I think that's correct. Guys, good morning. You just joined us. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I am so excited to be here. So I am so excited to talk to you today. And we're going to get started in 1 more minute. Okay, that's what it is. Let me edit that. I knew I had something wrong with that one. Just fixing this website for you guys to make sure so you can have it in regards to this Impact conference that we have coming up. Impact, okay, 2017 series. Okay, that should be working now, I believe. Boom, there it goes. Good morning. I am Jean Marlo Davis right here in Mapleton, Georgia. I am pumped up. I am ready to go. I'm telling you right now, I'm so full of energy, man. I came from the gym and I'm just like, wow, they are not ready. They are not ready about what we're about to do and what we're going to, honey. This is Impact Week. We started last night. And I'm so excited about that, what we talked about last night. I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to go over everything. If you missed it, then I would definitely say what I'm doing right now, I'm inviting some people. So go ahead and invite some of your friends to join us, guys. Let them know that, hey, this is Impact Week. We're talking about today, if you doubt, you can do without. So, hey, I'm inviting you guys. I'm so excited to have you. So let me invite a couple of my friends to join me. And then from there, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. So hopefully you let everybody know where you're located. We would love to welcome everybody. Hopefully those who are hiding, you'll come on. And, you know, with Facebook now, Facebook's so clever. You can't even hide no more. You just swipe left and you can see who's watching and who's not watching. So just want to let you know that. But guys, I'm so excited. Last night, guys, we started with our Impact Week. We started last night around about 8 o'clock. We talked about getting over yourself. And we had homework, and the homework was to write down 3 things you need to work on to help you get over yourself. Now, if you didn't understand what I mean by getting over yourself, get over your past pain, your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, those things. I shared so much information last night. I was very transparent about what I went through, you know, being a single mom and all that stuff. So if you want to know more about that, you could just go back to my page and watch what we talked about last night. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me see. We got Deborah. We got Samuel. Good morning. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody. I want to thank everybody who is here with us this fine morning. Today is Terrific Tuesday. And today I want to talk about doubt. Doubt. What causes doubt? You know, I was told growing up as a little kid, you know, if you doubt, you can do without. And what I wanted to do is really, let's start with looking up what is the definition of doubt. What causes doubt? I'm going to tell you, in my mind, we're going to talk about what causes doubt. But I want to give you the definition. Let's define doubt and see what they say about doubt. What is doubt? A feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. A feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. Some doubt has been cast upon the mind. Feel uncertain about. That's a verb. Fear, be afraid of. Okay. Let's see some more definitions. You have indecision. Wow. Hesitation. Suspicion, confusion. Oh, look at these words that is associated with doubt. Indecision, hesitation, uncertainty, insecurity, unease, uneasiness, apprehension. Okay. Skepticism, distrust, mistrust, suspicion, uneasiness. So these are some of the words, hi Kimmy, that is associated. Let me fix my camera. Okay, there we go. These are some of the words that is associated with doubt. You know, I said that a feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. Okay, now, how many people you pray and you actually pray believing that it's already worked out? Okay, how many people actually pray? If you do, give me some thumbs up, some hearts and things of that nature, because I can tell you whether or not you're believing or whether or not you are doubting. Because I remember I used to have a conversation with my friend, a good friend of mine. We were working this particular business, and I said, okay, awesome. And I said, you know, I believe. And I was looking at him. I said, you know, I believe. And he said, yeah, I know you do, Gene. I know you do. And, you know, but when I looked at the activity associated with my belief, it wasn't at a certain level. Because when you really, really believe, when you really, really trust, we're talking about doubt, you know, they gave you some word, indecision. Okay, indecision. You know, we used to say when you're indecisive, you know, guys, you already made your decision right then and there. When you don't know, indecision is a decision within itself. Okay, so one of the things that being indecisive of what it is that you want to do, unsure, you're not convinced, you hesitate. This will let you know whether or not you're doubting, because I know when I pray, I believe that it is done. And when I'm working on a certain project or what have you, like we're working on a project right now. Look, these lips are popping. Okay. I'm straight, guys. Okay, thank you. Okay, hey, Patricia. Thank you so much for joining us. Kimmy, Samuel, thank you guys. I think I said hi to Deborah. Indecision. Okay, not able to really make a decision about what it is that you want to do. Have you ever went to show somebody an opportunity, a business, and then it was like, well, you know, I really don't know. I got to talk to my husband. I got to talk to my wife. I got to pray about it. You know, have you guys ever experienced that? If you have, go ahead and tap the thumbs up and let me know that you have experienced that, because I'm going to tell you what that is. It's not that they don't believe in the opportunity that you have to offer. It may be they don't believe in you because they're not able to make a decision. There you go. Thank you so much. They're not able to make a decision. There's a feeling of uncertainty. You know, I don't know, and then you really, I'm gonna tell you, somebody that's really, really out there making it happen. Thank you, Deborah. People who are really out there making it happen, you sit down with them, you get them a concrete idea, a concrete business plan. There's no doubt there, because they believe not just in what you're saying, they're really believing in you. And a lot of times, guys, what I've noticed over the last few years, being in business myself for over 15 years, I noticed that the people, they bought everything I was selling, but what I realized that it wasn't really the product that they were buying. They were really buying me. They were buying my belief and my vision and where I see we're going and things of that nature. So we're talking about, if you doubt, you can do without, because basically what you're telling yourself is you're unsure. You're telling yourself that, you know what, a blessing come, I'm gonna hesitate on that thing. You're telling yourself that you're a little bit, confused. You need a little bit more concrete proof. You go to, you're a skeptic about it. You go to your prayer rug and you go and you say, okay, I'm gonna pray about this thing, because you know what, I believe God will answer prayer. I know he will. Hallelujah. I believe he will. But the minute you get up, you already wondering, like, is he gonna really do it? I mean, I want it to happen now. Can it happen now? Because you know what? I really need this thing to happen. And when it doesn't happen as fast as you like it to happen, then that's when doubt come in. That's when fear come in. That's when, what's these words he said? I like these words. Hesitation, uncertainty. That's where insecurity come in. That's where unease come in. Uneasiness. Okay. Hesitation. You don't feel, guys, this, I love these words right here. I need to really, I'm telling you, these words that I'm putting out here, you need to really look it up. Feel uncertain about, questioning the truth or fact. Now you begin to question what it is that you said you believe in, because that's what happens. I'm using a business presentation just to help you guys to see what I mean. There's been times that in the beginning, when I was first starting out in business and I would sit down and I do a business presentation, people would say, you could see the doubt. You could see they was kind of hesitant. They was like, well, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you as a form of no, I'm not interested. Let me talk to my wife. Sometimes could be a form of no. Let me talk to my husband. Most definitely when people say, let me pray about it. I like to say, well, hey, back in the day, I wouldn't say it. But now when people say, well, let me pray about it, I was like, well, look, have you already been praying? Because I believe if you already been praying, see, that's me believing in myself and not having doubt. Before somebody would say that to me, I would just let it go, because I wasn't really sure myself. But when you really believe in your purpose, you really believe that this is what you've been called to do, people will buy into you. They will really buy into you. They will invest in you. I know, because I bear witness. If you agree with that, let me see your thumbs up. Let me see your heart. Tell me that you agree with what I'm saying right here. Miss Deborah, she agreed earlier what I was saying. Who else agree with what I'm saying? If you are sure about what you are doing and people believe in you, they will purchase. They will make the purchase. I'm telling you. I know. I watched my retainer when I first started. I'm an ex-IRS auditor. I have a tax, finance, and wealth creation company. So we do all things taxes, business, and all that. And that's neither here nor there. But what I really want to get into was, I watched how I grew. I went from getting a retainer of $300 to $5,000. Did you hear what I said? A retainer of $300 to $5,000. What happened? My belief went up. When you're doubting, guys, you can do without. People can smell doubt just like they can smell fear. You understand what I'm saying? It's a certain way you walk. It's a certain way you talk. It's a certain way you carry yourself. There's lack of confidence. As these words say, there's some unsureness about yourself. People can look at you and say, I don't think so. I don't want it. You know, here it is. This is day 2 of me talking about impact. And I put our link there that talk about, let me make sure I pin it for you guys, that talk about our conference. Do you understand people are buying tickets left and right? They're going to the website, registering. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, guys, you want to get registered for this event. And why is that? Because people believe in me. Why? Because I believe in myself, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Now, let's talk about doubting. What causes the doubt? I think, guys, what causes the doubt is when you do not have a precise game plan. I like what I was watching, what's his name? Denzel Washington. And he talked about when you have dreams with no goals. He said, when you have a dream with no goals, and I know some of you guys probably saw that video. He said, when you have dreams with no goals, it become, what's the word he said? I was like, wow. He said, when you have dreams with no goals, it become like a wish. And then, guys, it become painful. And then, guys, it just becomes, like Langston Hughes say, a dream deferred. What happens to a dream deferred? Well, guys, one of the things that you got to do is you got to believe in yourself. I remember what helps you with doubt is, guys, putting it down, having a concrete plan of what it is that you want to go, having some action steps. Do baby steps every day. I have my calendar here. And I have, you know, my goals written down in my calendar and what I want to do every day. So when I open up my calendar, I already see today is Impact Week, what I got going on, what I'm working on, things of that nature. I already know. And so I have financial goals. I have mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, relationship wise. Look at my husband joined me. Hi, Mr. Davis. He is something else. You know, I already have it written down. Now, also with that, I also know that sometimes there's going to be stumbling blocks. There's going to be stumbling blocks. But you know what? I'm my biggest cheerleader. Now, I know my husband would like to beg to differ, that he would say, no, I'm your biggest cheerleader. But I like to say I'm my biggest cheerleader because I have a vision of where I want a certain thing to go when I'm working on. And what helps me to get rid of the doubt is, first of all, when I pray believing that it's already done, that regardless of what it looked like, it's already done. It's a book out there in that I was given to read a while back. And this guy, he talked about the reality. What is your reality? Regardless, you might be right now financially where you don't want to be, right? The hardest thing he said was to see a different reality, meaning that if you're saying I'm a multimillionaire, I'm earning $1 million a month, but you know you're sitting up here and you're like, okay, but reality wise, I'm broke as hell. I know I ain't got no money. Oh my God, that's the reality that you have going on right now. But what you have to do is see past that. Now, there will be a battle in the inside that causes the doubt when things doesn't happen as fast as you want it to happen. That's the main reason why you want to write down some goals and write down the steps that you're going to take day to day. For example, I remember when it came to dropping this weight, getting the weight off, you know, I said to myself every day, I would say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm in perfect health and I'm at my perfect weight. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm at my perfect health. I'm in perfect health. I'm in perfect weight. I would say it every day, all day. I would just say it. And, you know, but I could look in the mirror and see where my weight was. And I'm just like, you know, doubt can creep in. But what I noticed something when I start feeding my subconscious mind the positive food, guys. Certain cravings went away. I'm telling the truth. Certain cravings went away. I began to work out every day. I began to buy the health magazines, and, you know, I learned about, you know, the science of our body, what protein does for the body, what the greens does for the body, omega 369, what it does to the body, about coconut oil and about olive oil and different things I started learning. It's all by me believing that what I said my goal is, regardless of how long it takes, I'm going to get it done. Because as I said, if you're doubting, you can do without. You're saying to yourself, you know what? Yeah, I said I want to make this, but you know, it's not happening fast enough. So guess what? You already will quit. Now, I want to go back to these words right here. Oh, that's okay, honey. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so let's look at this right here. I want you guys to write these words down, because what I like to do is I like to parse the words. That means break the words down. But also I like to look up this, because what we have to do, guys, is we have to become students. We have to become students, and we have to be aware of what's going on in our life and what's causing doubt and fear, you know, because there's something that the activity is lacking. I know for us with myself, I began to doubt when the activity is lacking. You understand? When I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, then of course I'm going to have doubt. I'm going to have doubt if I say I want to drop a certain amount of weight, but I'm not going to the gym. I'm not eating right. I'm not doing these things. So doubt is going to come in that I'm not going to reach my goal at a certain time. However, when I have the activity, I'm not worried about when it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. It's just by the mere fact of me saying that it's going to happen, it's going to happen, because I refuse to lose. I'm going to go after my dreams and goals. I'm going to get up. Like today, I said, okay, I know this is Impact Week. We're coming on every day to Friday at 11 a.m. So that means I got to go to the gym early. I got to go to the gym at 8 o'clock. I went to the gym today around about 8:30. Okay, finished my workout out of there at 9:45. Got here, got showered, got myself together to come on here to talk to you guys. But I refuse to cheat on myself. I refuse to put a goal out there and then not do the activity that will bring about the reality of what I'm looking for. See, I believe for myself, I believe doubt comes from lack of activity. It says a feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. But also it go into all the other words: uneasiness, apprehension, hesitancy, skepticism, uneasiness. See, you become uneasy, guys. You become uneasy when you're not doing the work that's required for you to do, okay? Okay, you can see me now. Awesome, awesome. Hi, George. Hi, Christopher. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, guys. So where does the doubt come from? What I would definitely say is check your activity. Check, are you really believing? I remember when I went to a conference once. I go to a lot of conferences. I have invested a lot of money into this mine right here, and I continue to invest. Went to a conference, and they asked people, do you trust your mate? And they said, yeah, I trust my mate. And he said, okay, well, women, what I want you to do, I want you to get in front of your husbands. Husbands, what I want you to do, I want you to walk behind your wife. I want you to get behind your wife. And then I want you to take 3 steps back, okay? And they said, take 3 steps back. And they took 3 steps back. And they say, on a count of 3, I want you to just fall into your husband's arms. And he said, 1, 2, 3. And when you looked at the 4 couples on the stage, I would say only 1 couple trusted one another after all these years of marriage to just let go and trust their mate to catch them. There was some doubt there. See, something was going on in that relationship to make them not want to trust and not let go. What was different from the couple who trusted one another than the one who did not, who said, I'm not going to surrender myself to this. I'm not going to fall back and hope that my husband catch me and I hit the floor or something. There was some doubt. There was some uncertainty. There was some uneasiness about what was asked to do. So when you're looking at your goals, first thing I want to say is you got to be willing. Now, for me, whatever your deity is or what have you, that's you. But for me, I'm talking about for me, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I believe that he answered prayer. I'm a prayer warrior. And that's what I do. When I pray, I surrender. I surrender all. I want to tell the story about what Oprah Winfrey said. Oprah Winfrey said that she fell in love with the book, The Color Purple. She loved the book so much, guys, that what she did, she started buying copies of the book. Like me, I bought like 10 copies of Grant Cardone 10X. Now, did he pay me that to 10X rule? No, he didn't pay me anything to do it. But I believe so much in what he was saying, because I have been telling myself always to believe big and put it out there big. But I was told, oh, you know, you got to be realistic. You got to be realistic. And I was looking at other people and waiting for somebody to say, yeah, you know, go ahead with that. Or yeah, you know, you could do this. And you got to be very careful who mentor you, who coach you. I'm telling you the God's honest truth, because sometimes, man, you got to unplug and you got to get with the real coach. And I pray that God used me today to drive home the point that I want to give to you. Now, Oprah Winfrey said she fell in love with the book, Color Purple. She read it. She loved it. She gave the copies away. Then she heard about an audition for this movie, and she asked, is it The Color Purple? Is it The Color Purple? They said, no, it was some kind of Moonlight something. But she said, okay. She said, well, I'm believing for The Color Purple, man. I'm believing for the color. Hi, LeBron. Thank you so much for joining. Christopher, thank you so much for joining. She said, I'm believing for The Color Purple. And so they said, well, it's not The Color Purple. But if you want to read for it, you can read for it. So she was kind of disappointed. Okay, so she decided still to act. See, regardless of what you think, you still got to act in spite of what it looked like. You understand? Act is the key word. A-C-T, act. And so she decided to act, and she went to the audition. Well, when she went to the audition, she read this book several times. She bought several copies. She's giving away the copies. She looked at the characters. She was like, oh my God, oh my God, this is The Color Purple. This is The Color Purple. They was trying to hide it. You know, when they're working on projects, sometimes they'll put a false name there, you know, and before they red light it or green light it, excuse me. And so basically she was like, oh my God, I'm going to get this part for Sophia. I'm going to get that part, Sophia. I'm going to get that part. And they had her to read for Sophia. Okay. All right. So she read the part. She was very excited about what she did. Remember, she decided to act, guys. And after she read, they said, we'll be in touch with you. We'll be in touch with you. And so after about a week or so, she did. I'm talking about Oprah Winfrey. She didn't hear anything. Didn't hear anything at all. And she began to feel insecure. Now we finna activate doubt. Remember, that's one of the words, insecure, uneasiness. She was not at ease about what was going on. Okay, it's been 2 weeks now. Y'all haven't called me. So what she did was she called the producer. And she said, you know, I'm Oprah Winfrey. I read for, you know, the color, the whatever the name of the movie was. And before she could get her point out, she said, the guy said, look, don't call us. We call you. We got real actors reading for this part. We had Alfred Woodard in here just a minute ago, which I love her. Alfred Woodard in here just a minute ago reading. We got real actors reading. We will call you when we're ready to call you, if we call you. And she said, when she got off the phone, she was like, oh my God, oh my God. You know, she was so hurt because in her mind, she was believing for the part in Color Purple. So guys, she thought that because she was overweight, she needed to go to a fat farm. So she went to a fat farm, and she said that, you know, fat farm, that's where they go and work out and they have you to eat and all that. How you doing, LeBron? They have you to eat different things and stuff like that. And so basically she was on a track walking around, and she said I was watching a master class. And if you can watch master class, guys, watch it. I was watching master class, and she said that when she was walking around the track, she said, well, God, take away the pain. Listen at this now. She said, take away the pain from me, you know, not celebrating my sister getting this position. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? She said, take away the pain. She said, but I'm not going to be able to go see the movie, God. If Alfred get the part, I'm not going to see the movie. Then she said, God, if I don't get this part, help me to be able to celebrate the sister getting this part, because she thought Alfred would have had it. As she walking around the track, she said, okay, I think I can go sit down and watch the movie if she got the part. I think I can sit down and watch the movie if she got it. And then she said she was just continuing walking around the track, and she was just feeling, you know, even more pain coming in. And she said she began to surrender. I said that earlier. She began to surrender her will to God and say, you know what, Father, I'm believing for this role. If it's your will for me to have it, let me get it, God. And she said she began to walk around the track singing the song, I surrender all. I surrender all, my precious Savior. I surrender all. And she said the next thing, like magic, someone came running across the field and they said, are you Oprah Winfrey? And she said, yes, I'm Oprah Winfrey. They said, you got a phone call. She goes and she said, okay. She gets on the phone. Hi, Dorothy. She gets on the phone, and lo and behold, it's Steven Spielberg. And he says to her, I hear you at a fat farm. He said, I'm calling you to offer you the position of Sophia. So if you lose some weight, you might jeopardize your part in this movie. She said, oh my God. She said she was screaming and hollering. And she said that after that, she left the fat farm. I think she said she stopped at a donut place and bought some donuts to make sure that she didn't lose any weight. But what she did, guys, when the doubt began to come in, she surrendered. She surrendered to the source. See, if you're doubting, I believe you're saying you don't believe. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in God. You don't believe that it can happen. You don't believe that you deserve it. You start questioning yourself like, okay, why should I be this? Why should somebody come to my seminar or webinar? Why should somebody do this and that? Because I'm not like this person. I haven't been in front of all these people. I'm this, I'm that. Listen, you got to be very careful what you say to yourself, what you're feeding yourself, what you're believing, guys, because let me tell you, you are more than enough. There's going to be people who all they want to do is come on your Facebook Live, your webinars, your conferences, and they want to oppose you. They want to upset the balance. They want to make you feel insecure. Remember, we said the doubt, the words say insecure, hesitation, suspicion, confusion. You know, I'm like, wow, all uneasiness, apprehension. You know, these are the words, the antonyms that is associated with the word doubt. Guys, I want to say that with whatever it is that you're striving to do, this is Impact Week, man. We're being impacted this week. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. When you begin to experience doubt, what I want you to do is I want you to look at your goal, and I want you to say, I'm more than enough. You know, I have permission to succeed. It is my time. It's my time. I can do this. I can do all things through Christ which strengthen me. He didn't say some things. My husband was here. He didn't say little things. I say all things. He didn't say a few things. I say all things. I can do all things through Christ which strengthen me. See, the only person have to believe, I don't have to worry about is somebody on the other side believe in me. As long as I believe in me, as long as I believe in my dreams, my goals, I know I can do all things. Doubt happens, I like to say, when there's inactivity. When you just, like for instance, I give you another story. My son, Daryl Lee, he's a singer, he's a dancer, he performs on Royal Caribbean. As a matter of fact, he just got another contract. Thank you so much, guys. He got another contract that he'll be going on a ship in a few months. And basically, he was saying last year, he shared this with me when he came home. He's visiting with us right now. He said, Mom, I want to share something with you, how I know God is good and I know God is real. And I said, oh, you know, it makes me feel good when I hear my children start to testify about how good God is. I was like, oh my God. I got my coffee. I was like, tell look, let me tell you something. I love to talk about the goodness and the greatness of God. You know, I just love to. And so when he said, Mom, I want to bear witness of how good God is and how you can overcome doubt, man, let me tell you something. This brother said, he said, Mom, last year, New Year's, so that would have been this year, January 1, New Year's Day. He said, Mom, I love you too, honey. Thank you so much for watching, my love. My husband, you know, watching while he's working on his projects, building stuff. He's supporting his wife. Thank you, beloved. He said, Mom, I felt so bad. He said, January the 1st, Mom, I was working in New York. He said, I felt so bad. He said, because now listen to this. Listen, oh, Lord. He said, Mom, I've been in New York 18 months going to audition after audition after audition after audition after audition. He said, Mom, in January the 1st, he said, I got to a point where I just couldn't take it no more. He said, I just was like, not that I was going to give up, Mom. He said, because that's what I went to college for. That's why I moved to New York. He said, I wasn't that I'm going to give up. But he said, I was really down in the dumps. And he said, Mom, I decided, listen to this. He said he decided before the doubt creeped in like a nasty jacket. That's how doubt is. It's like a nasty jacket to wear you down so you won't make any actions. Remember, I said doubt is associated with no activity. That's what doubt. It will not allow you to move forward because it wants you to believe that you can't get it done, that you are not good enough. That's what doubt does, okay? It wants you to do with doubt. And so he said, Mom, I begin to pray. He said, Mom, I began to pray. He said, and Mom, I prayed and said, God, listen, I've been working on going on audition after audition after audition for 18 months. Nothing has opened up yet. I'm working over here at these jobs to make sure I pay for my living here in New York. And he said, God, you know, I just ask you to please be with me. Please be with me when I go on these auditions, God. Let something happen, God, in a big way. And so he said, after he prayed, he made a decision. Remember, doubt is indecision. Faith is decision. Okay. He made a decision to say, you know what? I'm going to go do the auditions that I want to do, regardless of what my agents send me. I'm just going to go do some auditions. I'm going to sing the songs that I want to sing. I'm just going to perform and I'm just going to have a good time. Listen, with no worry, no care for nothing in the world. I'm just going to have a good time. That's what he decided. And so he went on different auditions. It was so funny. He was auditioning for this Broadway play or what have you. And he was waiting a few hours for that audition to happen. So he heard about this other audition. And he said, well, I guess I could go make this audition right quick. He said it was a last minute decision. He said, I guess I'll go make this audition right quick. He made the he said he came out, he sung a song. And the guy said, okay, Daryl, can you sing this song? He sung that song. He said, the guy said, okay, Daryl, can you sing this right here? And he sung that song. He said, okay, all right. Well, do you mind coming back for the dance? So normally, you know, when you sing, you got to be able to dance too. So they asked him to come back for the dance thing. He came back to do the routine and do the dance thing or what have you. And then the guy, before he left, the guy said to him, unofficially, I want to offer you this job on Royal Caribbean. You'll be performing this, that, and the other. He said when he left out of that performance, he broke down crying and he thanked God so much. You know, my son has traveled so many. Amen. Come on, LeBron. What? Amen. Perseverance. Come on. Woo, God, I get emotional about it because he could have broke down. He could have said, it ain't going to happen. I done went to college and I got this degree. I'm up here in New York for 18 months, going on audition. He could have said, well, maybe because I'm black. Maybe that's why I'm not getting these auditions. Maybe because I look like this. Maybe because he could have went into all the stuff that we begin to do when we start to doubt. But what he decided to do, he decided to pray. So he can do what my brother LeBron said. He can persevere. He could keep on moving. He prayed. And then he decided to get peace with knowing that, you know what? I'm just going to go to every audition and I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to sing what I want to sing. I'm going to do whatever audition. I'm just going to not even worry. Listen, not even worry about if I'm going to get it or not. Because I'm just going to do it. Because I need to practice anyway. I'm just going to do it. He did not worry. He did not worry. And lo and behold, this man been all over the globe. Greece, Italy, France, all over Europe. This brother been out there so many different places. I wish I could take my camera over there to show you all the little whatnots that he brought to me from coming there. And then, guys, he just been offered another 10-month contract. That's why he came home to stay with us for a few months, because he said, Mom, well, I know you're going to see me because you're going to come on the cruise ship with me. And I said, yes, I am. Yes, I'm going to be there. But he said, I'm going to be gone for 10 months. So I'm not going to be home for the holidays. So I wanted to come spend time with the family, things of that nature. Talking about overcoming doubt. Doubt you can do with doubt. What did he do different? Why didn't he just break down and say, I'm just going to, go get a real job. I'm just going to go over here and do what Larry's doing or what Curly and Mo doing. The Three Stooges. I'm going to do what they're doing, because maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not as tall as I need to be or as handsome as I need to be, which he's a very handsome brother. Maybe, all of the excuses that he could have given himself. He refused to lose. But one of the things that I taught my children the power of prayer. That's one thing I taught my kids. I taught my kids how to pray, because I believe that when you pray, it should be like you're taking your burdens. You're taking your burdens and you say, you know what? I'm not going to carry this anymore. I'm going to give it to you, God, because I know that once I give it to you at your time, everybody repeat after me, at his time, not yours, at his time. Hi, Nicholas. At his time, he will bring it to you. See, he allowed my son to go through what he needed to go through and grow through what he needed to grow through so he could be prepared to perform. I mean, they had him perform at that audition, song after song after song on the spot. He had no time for doubt. He had no time for insecurity. He had no time like, can you sing that? Oh, let me see. No, he belched it out. Okay, they like that song. Can you sing this genre? And he sung that. Okay, we want to hear you sing this right here. And then he did all that. And by God's grace, he got the contract. And what I want you to leave with today is understand doubt is a figment of your mind, guys. Doubt does not exist. You only doubt when you don't have the activity, when you're indecisive, when you're sitting there on pause. That's when doubt began to come in. Guys, you can begin to write down what your dreams are, and then step by step, start writing down some action plans that you want to take in order to bring that into fruition. Now, if you are blessed to have a live coach to be there to help you, then guys, praise God. If you don't have a live coach, guys, there's workshops, seminars, there's trainings that's available. We have a workshop coming up that I'm going to tell you about that as we end, that you can come here and really go through a boot camp to help you to overcome doubt, because that's what I understood. When I began to have doubt on a particular project that I'm working on, what I realized is that, Gene, you're not doing enough work. You're not doing enough work, because if you're doing enough work, you have no time to be worried about, is it going to happen? It ain't, is it going to happen? It's when it's going to happen. It's going to happen when God say it is. And I believe that is done. So what you have to do, oh, thank you. LeBron said, Godspeed, great speed. I hope people are taking in what you were saying. I hope they are too, Mr. Lyons. But here's the thing that I want you to know. I always knew that I was going to be a multimillionaire. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I just always knew. I told my mom when I was 9 years old that I was going to be a multimillionaire. I don't even know where I got that word from. I don't know if it was hanging around my uncle because my uncle was a businessman. I don't know where I got it from, but I said I was going to be a multimillionaire. I did not wonder how it was going to happen. I just knew it was going to happen. And what God has done is he's put me on a road to work on myself every day to become a better Jean. God blessed me to launch our membership and affiliate program, guys, that I know is nothing more than short of a miracle. And where we're going with our Wealth Creator group, I know it's going to impact so many people's lives. But the thing about it is I refuse to doubt, because I know that if I doubt, I can do without. If I'm doubting, I'm telling God, you know what? I don't believe in you. And I don't believe that it can happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do the work that it requires for me to make this thing happen with you, because God put all the talents, the skills, the ability in us, guys. All we have to do is tap into the source and believe and go to work. The only time you begin to doubt is when you're not doing the work and you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in your craft. And I believe you don't believe that there's a higher power that wants you to achieve. He said, above all things, I wish for you to prosper, be in good health as your soul prosper. So what I want you to do today as your homework, I want you to write down your goals, things that you have been working on for a minute and you kind of have a little doubt about it coming into fruition. I want you to write that down. And what I want to do is I want to work with you. I want to help you to reach your goals. You know what I'm saying? And God has blessed me. Guys, we're building a multi-million dollar business. It is our business. It's nobody else's business. We are the founders and CEO of our company, our companies that God is blessing. Some miracles have happened in my life, you know, even down to with me praying. I didn't even share that story. Maybe I'll share that tomorrow of how God blessed me with my husband when I began to pray and I began to surrender and ask God to bless me with my soulmate and how God brought him into my life. And I talk about that tomorrow. But I want you to write down some things that you've been doubting about. And then what I want you to do, guys, is I want you to inbox me. If you're looking for a coach, you're looking for a mentor to help you to get over that doubt, to help you to get over that fear, because I'm telling you, all doubt does is rob you of your dreams, your goals, your passion. That's what doubt do. So guys, I also want to invite you. I hope this has helped you. What's this good right here? Woo! You can do it. Believe in yourself. Surrender your will to God. Stay in prayer, guys. Be around people who believe in you. Be around people who are going to support you. Be around people who are going to give value to you. And in turn, you give value to them. And trust in yourself. Trust in your maker. Trust and believe that you got everything you need. All you have to do is surround yourself around positive, like-minded people that want you to succeed. Okay? So what I want to do is invite you to our Impact Conference, November the 4th and November the 5th, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the beautiful Courtyard Marriott. You could go to the website, impact2017series.com. The tickets are already gone. I'll be on the radio next week talking about this. I'll be in there with Mr. Derek Bozeman on what's that, CBS. I'll be on there talking about this. And guys, also I'm going to be giving away some tickets. But if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, or surrounding areas, I invite you to come, because at the Impact Conference, we're talking about purpose, passion, power, and possibilities, how to have total prosperity in every area of your life. And we're going to go over some of the things we talk about, but a little bit more, a little bit different. What I'm giving you this week is to give you like a little jump to help you, like Brother LeBron said, giving you some speed underneath your belt. Hopefully you guys will take this information and you be ready to rock and roll and go to work when you come to the Impact Conference. So you can go ahead and register. Seats will sell out. There's limited seats, guys. We always sell out. We got great speakers coming. Honestly, we're going to dance, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to share some information that deal with taxes, finances, wealth creation, debt eradication. We're going to talk about the mind, the spirit, the soul. We're going to talk mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, talking about relationship building, mastermind groups. We got a lot of information that we're going to be covering at the Impact Conference. Annette, thank you so much for joining. Well, guys, I'm wrapping it up right now. So make sure you go to the notes, look in the notes right there. Go to www.impact2017series.com. Again, www.impact2017series.com. If you are in Atlanta, Georgia, November the 4th and November the 5th, I invite you to come out and be a special guest of mine. And most definitely, guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching today. Remember, if you doubt, you can do without. So let's begin to believe. And maybe we'll go into how we can believe more and things of that nature. But this is day 2. Make sure you do your homework assignment. And I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. as we deal with Impact Week, day 3, guys. May you be blessed and may you continue to strive to be who God has called you to be. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jean Marlo Davis, and I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. God bless and take care.